Shalom. We's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. We come here to teach you guys that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the chosen people of God, and the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Tonight's class is going to be real simple. It's basically God is black like you. For all the stuff that's going on out in the world, black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to hear that. God is black like you. Like the chosen people in the Bible, the prophets in the Bible is all black like you. And we're going to get into those scriptures tonight. So like I was saying, everything we do is backed by the scriptures.
Right.
Nothing we do is taught off our own knowledge. The Most High in Christ gave us the knowledge to break down these scriptures because, like we always say, this is a black man's book. Because a lot of people don't understand this book because they're too literal. Like, the white man is real literal. If you joke with the white man at your slave or something, the white man, he's going to think you saying exactly what you're saying. The whole time you mean something completely different. And that's just how the Bible is. Everything it say don't mean it exactly how you think. But the only people can understand it is black people because we the only ones that talk like that. So people got to understand that. Only reason why you can't understand it because you're too literal. The Chinese man, you too literal. The Japanese man, you too literal. The white man, you're too literal.
Right.
The only people that talk in slang and metaphors is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we the only ones that's authorized to teach this book. No matter if you got the money to pay for it or not. We don't care if you got the money to buy it on Amazon. That don't mean you authorized to teach this book. Only the men in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA is authorized to teach this book.
Right.
But if I could, sir, I want to get into the scriptures because these people think we just be talking out our own knowledge.
Right.
Especially on Facebook. They kill me on Facebook. They think we just be talking out our own knowledge. Like none of the stuff we say is backed by the scripture. The warlike apparel that we wear, the gold that we wear, they think all that stuff is just, oh, y'all just, you feel me, y'all doing that on y'all own. All that stuff in the scriptures. All of the stuff. We're going to bring it out tonight. Tonight's class is God is black like you. Because if you didn't know, if you saw your brother walking down the street and you want to rob him for his new Jordans or his watch or something like that, you would do it because we was taught that, God is white and Jesus is white. So if God is white and Jesus is white, who is we? We must be the devil then. So we don't even care about each other.
Right.
But if we knew that God was black, Jesus, who y'all call Jesus Christ, his name Yahweh in Hebrew, if y'all knew that both of them was black, you might not do that crime you was going to do. It was a lot of shootings in Louisville, Kentucky the past week, a lot of murders. And I bet you if some of those brothers just knew, man, God is black, man, Jesus is black, they would have probably never even done the crimes that they did. That when they get caught, if they get caught, they're going to be spending might be the rest of their life in jail.
Right.
Because they didn't know that God is black like them. They didn't know that. They was taught that Jesus is white. And that's why they pushed that. Jesus is white. Because they knew we was not going to have no love for our brother if we thought Jesus and God was white. We wouldn't have no can of word for our brother or our sisters. See them in the strip club, we treat them like trash, throwing them money, just throwing money at them like they are, like they not even nothing. But if I could, can I get Daniel 7 and 9?
Okay.
Yeah, but the white man's the devil the Bible speaks of because he's the reason why we think God is white. Why we think Yahweh is white. Why we think his name is Jesus Christ. That's not even his name. We just say that for clarification for y'all because y'all wouldn't know who we was talking about because y'all don't come to our classes. That's why you need to get in our classes in your local school as soon as possible.
That's right. Gotcha. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
All right, hold on, sir. See, it say the Ancient of Days did sit. Now, this is back to what I was talking about in the beginning about the metaphors. They didn't say God sit or even the Most High sit. They said the Ancient of Days did sit. That's black people slang. Well, no white person used that slang. Why y'all steady talking about a white man wrote this book? Ain't no white man wrote this book. King James was a black man that wrote this book. He ain't write it Salakia. He translated it to the modern day English from the Hebrew text. That's all he did. He didn't change a word. That's why we go by the King James version of the Bible. Because he didn't change a word. He just translated it so they could know what it meant. Because they didn't even know how to read it. As far as the modern people.
If I could on that, it's real heavy what you just brought out. Because think of ancient of days. Now, ancient means older than days existed. We got to look at that. Ancient of days. So this is talking about what we think of as God, who we think of as God. It said, and the ancient of days did sit. So if somebody sat, that means he has a buttocks, meaning he has a body. So God he has a physical body. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just real heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Water, sir.
Outside in Christ.
You know, you break down these scriptures real heavy. But yeah, he got a body. That's why he's sick. Because why would he have to sit? It's a cut for all you thinking that God just a ghost flying around in the sky. Mm-hmm. It's a cut for all you fake Israelites and Christians that think God just a ghost flying around in the sky. No, he got a body.
Right.
Why would he have to sit down if he ain't have a body? He got a body. And they call him the Ancient of Days because what is older than days? Nobody.
Right.
These scriptures ain't even older than days. Only one thing you can ever think of is older than days, and that's God, the Most High. That's why they call him the Ancient of Days. You can keep going, son.
Whose garment was white as snow, and his hair and his head like the pure wool.
Right. See, he say his garment was white as snow. This what y'all don't understand. That's why we wear garments. I just want to get on that just real quick, because everybody always wonder why we got on garments at camp and this and that and that. The Most High had on one.
Right.
So why we can't wear one if we his chosen people? So y'all laughing, looking at it funny because y'all done went through 400 years of slavery and never seen nobody wear a garment until now. Because we break down these scriptures the right way. Your Christian church, pastors, they got on homosexual suits.
Right.
They don't have on garments. They got on homosexual suits, man. And it says his hair was like the pure wool. Now we all know that only one group of people on this earth got hair like wool. Right. And that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Hair like wool, we the only ones got hair like wool. Who y'all call it bad hair. Y'all getting weaves and perms, killing your hair, all type of stuff to look like the white woman when her hair is not even good. That's why they got all them bugs crawling in their head and stuff like that. That's why they stink. Because y'all don't understand it. We got the good hair. Our hair is good. Don't let these people keep lying to y'all. We got the good hair. If you got woolly hair, you got good hair.
That's right.
If you got the woolly hair, even the little woolly / curly hair like the Hispanic brothers, sisters, it's still good hair. Because can't no bugs stick on to your stuff. You can't get lice. We can't get lice. But anyway, if you could you switch over to Daniel 10, 5 through 6? But right, I'm telling you, God, he is a man. While y'all went around thinking he's a woman or he's just some type of ghost floating around, he's not. He's a man. And Daniel 7 and 9 just proved it. Otherwise, he wouldn't need a body. I mean, he wouldn't need to sit down if he didn't have a body.
Right. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Upas.
Right. See, he said he looked it up. So that's just how you know he was looking up to the sky. And then he said, certain man clothed in linen, whose loins was with fine gold of Upas. See, this might be a little too simple to y'all to understand, but he said he had on gold. Who likes to wear gold?
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You don't see white people wearing gold too much. You might see a little watch here and there and then. But who, just look on your TV screen, the rap videos, the movies, look at all the award shows. Who got on all gold? Who always want to wear the gold to the floor? It was even an Arab dude. He was a comedian on Instagram. He didn't last too long because he wasn't doing nothing but like making fun of us. He was making fun of us because all he did was make jokes and act like he was a nigga, and he had on big gold chains, big gold watches, because that's something that we always like. That's something that was always in our culture, to wear gold. Now everybody can wear gold, but we the ones that took it to the extreme, where we getting gold spinners on our cars and stuff like that. So this is just how you know this is a black man, because he got on gold.
And if I could, real quick, and it says girded about his loins. That's your waist area. You understand? That's why you see the I.S.U.P.K. wearing belts at camp. You know what I mean? We are imitating our Father in heaven and our King. You understand? Right. Just wanted to put that in there. Let me get the scripture slide.
You can go
Verse
with
6.
7.
Okay, come. His body also was like the beryl. And if I could just interject, beryl in this sense was green. So he had a green garment on. You know what I mean? And his face as the appearance of lightning. He had power on his face. It's like I just had to put that in there. It's
right.
Like it. And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Right. See, we say his eyes was a lamp of fire because, like, what you don't understand is when you mad, that's what happened to you. When you mad about something, since everybody say Jesus and God all love, no, they get mad. Especially when you do stuff to their people.
Right.
They get mad. And that's why his eyes was red. And also because you drink wine too. Drinking wine, that'll also make your eyes turn red. But most of the time, just because you mad, you real mad about the state of your people, being oppressed, stuff like that. It'll get your eyes red. And everybody know that. That ain't nothing, a kid know that.
Right. And if I could, I think if you even go to Genesis 49:2, it talks about, I'm just paraphrasing, how his eyes will be red with wine and his teeth white with milk.
Right.
I'm just saying that was a prophecy of Christ. Don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's around that area, but I'll get it for you if we need
right.
it. Okay, Salaki. And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
Right. Now you could just pull a penny out your pocket.
Right.
Pull a penny out your pocket. This Daniel talking about Christ. It's a vision of Christ. Just pull a penny out your pocket. I know you got a penny because, you know, we in slavery, so don't act like you got all $100 bills.
Right.
You got some pennies in your pocket. Pull it out and look at that, and put some oil on it or something. That's polished brass. Yahweh, Jesus Christ, we all call him. He was a black man.
Right.
They say his skin was like polished brass, man. He was a black man. And that go back to the title of the class. God is black like you.
Right.
Yahweh, who y'all call Jesus Christ, is black like you. Stop killing your brother, man. Stop whoring out your sisters.
Right.
We are they chosen people, man. Stop thinking that he's a white boy. And so you so nice to the white people. You treating the white people just so good and so nice. But you treat your brother like nothing. You treat your brother like nothing, man. Come on, man. Jesus Christ is a black man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man, you can't keep treating your brothers like you can't keep killing your brothers, man. We can't keep doing this. If it wasn't for the Most High in Christ, man, it wouldn't be a nigga left.
Right.
But because of them, they making stuff happen to where we still out here multiplying. But if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, Most High in Jesus Christ, it wouldn't be a nigga left, man. I'm telling you, man, y'all better get into your local class near you. Louisville, Kentucky, we at 301 York Street, man. Main library, meeting room 1. Come down here and get this knowledge, this brotherhood, man. Some real love, which is just keeping the commandments. We're going to show you how to keep them right, man. No eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. No sleeping with your brother's wife. I'm telling you, man. No more shape-ups. Yeah, that ain't in our custom, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all need to get into y'all local school near you.
No sign of Christ. And if I could, that's real heavy what you bringing out, because think of what every black person, if they knew that, man, God's black, we would look at black people so differently.
Man.
We would not look at them as beneath us. See, we've been demonized in the media. You understand? We've been demonized by our oppressors. So therefore, when that sister looks at that brother, she looks at him as beneath her,
right.
as beneath, the lowest of society. But yet, when you look at real life, who's the best athletes?
Right.
who's the best entertainers? Now, if we was given the chance, we do good in corporate America.
Right.
You understand me? We could have our own industry, just like black people started the numbers,
Right.
what they call the lottery today.
Right.
You understand me? And then, hell, black people had the industry of rap music sold up. But it was taken over. Now, homosexuals run the rap industry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it's just real heavy with you bringing out because, hell, if we looked at each other as the Most High see us, as his children, then we would hesitate to pull the trigger on that brother, that sister.
Right.
Now black women are being shot. 2 black women shot in the drive-bys last night. You understand? So
Right.
don't think you immune to the punishment of the Most High.
Right.
Now I just got to, put it out there. I'm not saying that, it's right, but if you out late at night and you sinning, you're not going to have the protection of the Most High. I just want to bring that in there.
But if I could add a little bit on what you said, they was not aware how smart we was, because right after slavery, they did give us a chance to go into like corporate America.
That's right.
And we started Black Wall Street not even 20, 30 years after slavery, and we basically invented Wall Street, the trading system that they use in New York right now.
Right.
So that's crazy that you brought that up.
God.
But yeah, you keep going if you could. So.
God. And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Right. See, he say Christ's voice was like a voice of a multitude. Now think about those concerts that be outside, whether it's Lollapalooza or just any concert you ever been to outside, when you just hear a bunch of people talking when the music dropped. That's how his voice sounded. Like a whole bunch of people just talk, but it's just one man. Because that's how powerful he was. That's how powerful his words is. That he sound like you hear like a bunch of people talking when it's just one man. Because that's how powerful Christ is. He's the real king of the earth. And like I said, he going to come take his throne when he come back. And he's a black man like you.
Right.
You want to say
God.
No, matter of fact, you can stop at 7. Give me Ezekiel 1, 4 through 7.
God.
But yeah, though, man, I'm telling you, it's if you get into our classes, you will learn that the white man is really the devil, because he tricked us in believing like so many lies that we don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe. We thinking everything is white, and they not even white. They red.
Right.
They just call themselves white because sometimes they have a little pale form where they thought they could slick and just say, yeah, we white, but they not. They red. They are red, man. Matter of fact, they are really actually the colored people. We ain't colored. We brown. We different shades of brown. They get mad. They red, pink. They sick. They blue and purple. Come on, man. These people, they are the real colored person. Why they trying to call us colored? We just different shades of brown. Light brown, dark brown, medium brown.
That's right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1 and verse, you want 5 or 4?
4 through 7.
Got you. Verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud.
Right. So this just let you know the prophet Ezekiel, he's looking up. He looked to the north, but he's looking up also. That's why he said a great cloud. So guess what? That means something he's looking at is in the clouds. The clouds is in the sky.
And a fire enfolding in itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
Right. So this really finna cut a lot of people and hurt a lot of people's feelings, because a lot of people don't know this. They don't know this scripture, or they don't know this at all, what we finna bring out. He's saying this fire in the sky. Out of the midst of it, something's coming. Find out what it is. Some of you probably never heard your pastor ever. T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar. It's the synagogue and saying they ain't never brought this scripture out in church.
Right. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Hold on, wait. What? Hold on, out of the sky? Come.
Right.
Adawan, what you reading out of?
It's the King James.
It's the King James version of the Bible?
That's right.
No, it ain't. It ain't this ain't the King. My fault, man. Slocky. This can't be the King James version of the Bible. But you can keep going, sir.
And there was the appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
Right. The likeness of a man. So I'm gonna just break it down to y'all so y'all can know where we going with this. These are the angels, man.
Right.
These are the angels. They said they came out the sky. It was fire in the sky, and they had the likeness of a man. Not no little baby. Not Cupid. Everybody keep thinking the angels is Cupid, the little white baby running around shooting people with arrows. It's a damn lie, man.
Bruh.
The angels was fierce warriors, man. Why you think they look like this, man? You see the angels today, you would think you're in a horror movie. If the angels came back right now to get us out of our situation we in, you would think you in a horror movie. You might try to fight against you might try to ride with the white man. That's how so much Uncle Tom's we done got in this system. And that's why y'all need to come to our classes, because you will know this. Like, let's say this happened tomorrow. You wouldn't even know. You would be riding with the white man, the police and stuff. You would be calling police and the National Guard. Hey, it's something come out the sky. I don't know what's going on. And this is the whole time they come in to redeem you and get you up out of the situation you in.
That's right. And if I could, it's real so heavy. I gotta interject.
Go ahead.
Now it's just like this. Why do you think Hollywood makes a lot of movies where they have the alien as the bad guy,
right,
and everybody's coming against the alien?
Right.
Now, Trump then already said he's going to start a space force. Why? Think about that. Force, power. What's out in space that you need to try to overpower?
Right.
You understand? Now, this is for a class that's coming. I'm doing research on it, but they done seen what we call the angels. They call aliens.
Right.
You understand me? Now, they have a telescope. The Vatican owns this telescope in Arizona, Mount Graham. It's owned by the Catholic Church. It's called Lucifer. It's the most powerful telescope in the world. Now, they done peered out there in the heavens, in space, one of the heavens, and they done seen what we think of as angels. They call them aliens. They're not going to tell the general public what this is, but what they're going to do is they're going to demonize what Christ and the angels are trying to do. Let me get out that, but that's a whole class in and of itself.
Right.
It's just real heavy.
It's facts. We go with what we talking about.
Most High Christ.
Most High Christ for that, for real. Keep going.
Cuz, Locky. One moment. Let me get this back up.
Yeah, but it said likeness of a man. To let you know it ain't no little baby, ain't no little white baby. Okay. Likeness of a man.
And every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings.
Just going with what he said. He said everybody. They always say that they all alien movies, all the movies they come out the Bible. They come out of here. They switch names up and switch stuff around and make you think it's just some type of comic book fairy tale. Most of that stuff that they make in Hollywood come right out the Bible.
Right. That's
why they made the movie Alien, Predator, all that stuff. That's why they made all that stuff. I'm telling you, man, because they knew that the angels, the elite, not the little regular white man begging for change. I'm talking about the elite. They knew the angels ain't look like Cupid.
Right.
They knew when the angels look like what they call aliens in these movies and stuff. But you keep going, man.
Verse 7. And their feet were straight feet, and the soles of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
I'm telling you, burnished brass. Y'all don't understand why they keep talking about the feet, man. They keep talking about the feet because the feet is the lightest part of your body. The feet, because your feet is always covered. That's why the scriptures keep talking about your feet. Because they know that they can say finger, they can say your elbow, they can say anything they want. They keep saying feet because the feet is supposed to be the lightest part of your body. Because it's always covered with a sock, a shoe, or something, a sandal, something. So it'll be the lightest part. But your face always going to be darker. Your arms will be darker than your feet. So it looked like polished brass, but they face and stuff probably was darker than polished brass, which is like a dark brown. Or maybe like a real dark skinned brother. But these is the angels they talking about, and the angels is black. The same thing God gonna use to come help and save us. The scripture just said it's black. It's black, just like you. God is black. Daniel just said that God was black, and now he's saying, what he just said, Jesus black, and now Ezekiel saying the angels is black. I'm telling you, man, y'all don't even know that God fights with us, man.
Right.
God don't fight with no white man. Y'all sitting up worshiping white Jesus, getting them tatted on your body, spending all your money for nothing. I'm telling you, God is black like you.
That's right.
Jesus is black like you. The angels is black like you. But y'all don't want to hear this because y'all so stuck up the white man's you know what, man.
Right.
Y'all want to worship the white man? He turned himself into God. Y'all don't even know what he did. Y'all sitting there thinking that y'all doing the right thing by saying, oh no, that ain't my Jesus and this and that. Man, God gonna deal with y'all.
That's right.
Especially if you hear this truth and you just don't want to hear it. Like you want to go back to the church, you want to go back to serving white Jesus, and you hear this truth, you hearing these scriptures, God gonna deal with you.
That's right.
Because he's not no white boy. These white people made themselves into God by covering the faces of the judges. Right. And the only true judge of the earth is Christ. That's why all y'all crying about voting. I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders. Because he say he going to eliminate the student loan. I'm voting for this person because they say they going to do that. I'm voting for this person because they say they going to make weed legal. You people are outside y'all mind. Y'all ain't even listening to what we saying. There's only one judge. It's only one judge. And that's Jesus Christ, man.
That's right.
That's the only judge. And you ain't got to vote for him. He's the king by birth. Right. Until he return, we under Commander Gen.YAHANNA. That's
right.
why you need to get in your local school. Because Gen.YAHANNA is raising up real priests and prophets for the Most High in Christ. For when he return with those angels that we talking about, with the 4 faces, calf's foot. Yeah. Coming back to fight for you. Even though you don't want them to. You going to try to fight against them like Independence Day. Like the movie Independence Day. Y'all going to try to fight against them. Y'all going to try to ride with the Americans. Right. The Europeans.
And if I could, there was incidents where Steven Spielberg, is he the one that came out with that? Who came out with Independence Day? Somebody.
It's somebody big, so it might
somebody
be him.
big like that. But they
him.
admitted that they went into the book of Ezekiel.
Ooh.
And they used that inspiration to create the UFOs for Independence Day with Will Smith. You understand? In the book, what we coming out of, the book of Ezekiel, you see that amber, you see that big flying saucer, and you see that fire, which is the color amber. You understand?
Right.
Man, it's real heavy, and we got to know this because when we start seeing strange things, we got to understand this is of the Most High. If you're not in the truth, you're going to think, oh, what's going on? Oh, my Lord, what's going on? You know, you're going to panic.
Right.
But we're going to be like salvation's redemption here. You know, Most High in Christ. Live.
You done, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Where you at?
Jeremiah 14:2.
I got you.
Man, I told you, when you be bringing out stuff, you just be energizing me. You be making me want to go harder. But yeah, though, man, I'm telling you, like he said, like these movies and stuff, they all come out of the Bible. They just said it with him. They just said it with my Adawan Officer Markaboff. Feel me?
Right.
But most of these movies come right out of the Bible, man.
That's right.
They all, matter of fact, they all come.
That's right.
They just made $1 billion movie called Exodus, Gods and Kings. With dude that starred in the Batman Begins and the Dark Knight movie that came out with the Joker and all that. And they made $1 billion off that movie. And it came right out of Exodus. Even though they whitewashed it, they had the Egyptians white. They had Moses was white. He was playing Moses. He white. The Israelites was white. The God he was white. Like everybody in the movie was white. It was not one black person in the movie. But they made $1 billion off something that came out of Exodus. Out of a book you can get online right now on Amazon for $10. They made $1 billion off it because these are stories. They made $1 billion off our story, man.
And if I could, you bring out something so heavy because if you pay attention to Esau, Esau really does not have any original ideas. He keeps making remakes of older ideas.
Right.
Like they got a new Child's Play movie out.
Right.
That's a movie that has been remade. They keep remaking the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Right.
The Friday the 13th movies.
Halloween
movies. He's not like Israel. The Most High gave us his spirit, so we are naturally a creative people, right? But Esau, he got to steal, kill, and destroy for everything he gets. He's the devil.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's just real heavy. You know what I mean?
That's heavy because it was like 4 movies coming out that's made by black people, and they look real good. I'm not gonna lie, they look real good, and it ain't got nothing to do with the Bible or nothing old that been coming. It's just something they just thought of out of their own, because they Israelites, the salt of the earth. But white people got to keep remaking stuff, like you said, from 50 years ago. Y'all steady remaking movies over and over, man.
Right.
Come on, cut it, man. We the chosen people. This is so much stuff that proves we the chosen people.
Right.
That is crazy. Yeah, you got that.
I got you. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth.
Right. It say Judah mourneth. Judah is the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Okay. Judah is basically the southern tribe, which is
It's Judah,
Benjamin and Levi, which is the Haitians, the West Indians / Jamaicans, and the African, so-called African Americans.
Right.
You feel me? That is the tribe of Judah. And they say they mourning. And mourneth mean like sad. Like we are right now.
Right.
We mourning right now. We sad. What just happened down here? People just got killed. Girls just got killed. Most the women, there was women that got killed. Two of the 3 people that got killed in the last couple of days was women. We mourning. They got families of hundreds of people. Them hundreds of people are mourning because they sad. We sad right now because we being oppressed. We get paid. Half our check is gone because we got to give it to the white man.
Right.
We got to give it to all these other nations. We can't even really take care of ourselves. Like, come on, man. Like, we mourning right now.
Right. And if I could, think about the music that we listen to. Rhythm and blues. And blues music.
Right.
Blues music is a music of mourning. You understand me? So this is talking about black people. This ain't talking about the so-called white man that calls himself Jewish in Jerusalem. He's not mourning. What, he's mourning because his jacuzzi's not working? You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it straight. It's just real heavy.
No, it's heavy what you brought out because we only read 2 words into the scripture and it already broke down about black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We ain't even read the whole. That was 2 words. Right. Judah mourneth. And you just automatically knew, like, man, yeah, the Jews got to be black. That's right. Mourning. Who mourning right now? Ain't nobody mourning but blacks, Hispanics on the border. Look at the border. The Israelites on the border.
Right.
Look at the Puerto Ricans. They've been out with power since the hurricane. Trump throwing them towels. Napkins, like back. He's shooting like a basketball.
Exactly.
Who else is mourning?
Gadites.
Come on, the Gadites, the native on the reservation. Look at the Native Indians on the reservation, man. Come on, man. Who else is mourning? That's right. Ain't nobody mourning. The Jews, the real Jews, are mourning. That's right. This how you know the Jews is not talking about the fake Jews, because they billion-dollar industry. They got a billion-dollar industry called Hollywood. Right. Where they making billions of dollars every year. And they getting billions of dollars from the white man in America. They got to pay them for reparations, all type of stuff. I don't even know if it's even true. I'm thinking they just paying them just to keep a hush.
Now, if it's real heavy, you just brought that out. I got to bring this up if I could for one moment. Now, they just had a reparation hearing for so-called African Americans here in America. Now, here in Kentucky, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that he does not think that black people should get reparations because it would not be a good idea. We had a black president. Nobody alive was slave owners, even though they enjoy the benefits that has been passed down to them in slavery. They enjoy the blood money. However, the same man is going to be considering whether the victims of 9/11, September 11th, receives funding for the survivors. I bet you they get their money. Meanwhile, black people are told to forget. Native Indians are told to forget. You understand me? I just had to bring that out. That was just so heavy with you.
Hold on, sir.
Yo,
hold on, I got something to add.
And we just brought down 2 words, and look how much we got out
Right.
of 2 words in the Bible. You know what I mean? Slide. You know what I mean? And if I could, I know you're getting into something. See, that's the thing. That's why it's so important to get involved with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohanna. Hell, here in Louisville, Kentucky, we have classes here every week, Tuesdays, from 6:45 going forward at 301 York Street, Meeting Room 1, the main library downtown, man. It's free. And bring your Bible, bring your questions, and bring your faith. That's all I got to say.
That's not crazy. But look, we only read 2 words out of that, and look how off we went. We just went so far off. Like, I got to bring out this scripture right here from what you just said. You said that the senators say they don't have to pay us because the people alive today didn't have nothing to do with it, right?
Right.
Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter.
Okay.
For his children, for the iniquities of their fathers. So even though that senator said that they don't have to pay for reparations because they weren't alive, the scriptures say prepare slaughter for the children, for the iniquities, for the sins of their fathers.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying we don't even want y'all reparations. We want bloodshed.
Right.
God want bloodshed. I ain't going to even break it down like that because we in a whole nother topic. I just had to bring that out because what the brother said was so heavy. You can keep going, sir.
I got you. Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
They are black into the ground. Now, we all know. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Shout out my man James Brown, man. Don't ever act like y'all forgot about James Brown, man. He is definition of salt of the earth. Right. When they said that Hebrew Israelites was the salt of the earth, that's that, man. Hey, y'all know everybody loved James Brown. From one end of the earth to the next. Everybody loved James Brown. And the Jews are black. Jeremiah 14:2 say the Jews are black.
Right.
They mourning, which is they sad, and they black. What people today are sad and black? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and nobody else. I don't want to hit all, but the Africans black, they ain't sad. They got $1 billion. They got billionaires. They got so many billionaires in Africa that when they come over here, they look at us like nothing. They look down on us. Africans look down on us. So don't keep saying about no skin color, man. They don't keep saying about no skin color. That's why the scriptures say, first it said they mourning, then it said they black. Because otherwise, you might have confused it with the African. Right. But no, the African ain't mourning. They come over here and get all type of government assistance, $2,000 of money and food stamps, when we only get $190.
Right.
The real Jews are black, man.
That's right.
The scriptures say...
No, go ahead, Slock.
The scriptures say they black into the ground. You know what that means? From the top to the bottom. From the head to the toe. They black unto the ground, man.
That's right. And if I could, and the Africans over there, the so-called real Africans or the Hamites over there that are suffering, the ones that got the skinny and got the pot belly and the flies flying around them. Now, what we don't understand is that they were also our slave masters in latter times, in ancient times.
Right.
So they are being paid back.
Right.
The judgment of God. See, it makes sense now.
Christ.
Because, see, a lot of people see that and they'll donate to the Christian church. I used to see that and be like, what's going on, God? Because the tendency is to feel sorry for them. But, see, they were like the modern Esau white man today that rule over us. They had us in captivity and they did all kind of abominable things to Israelites, black people.
Right.
These are Hamite people. They are different from black people. That's why they are suffering. You can go into the scriptures about the curse of Ham. You understand me? We are not Ham. You can go into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary and look up the definition of Ham, and it will tell you not the so-called Negroes. We are not from the lineage of Ham. We are from Shem. Just have to bring that out.
That's heavy.
You know what I mean?
That's heavy. Because people don't understand, it's poor people, it's poor people everywhere. It's poor Chinese, it's poor East Indians, it's poor Arabs. But guess what? They got governments.
Right.
They have armies. What is their reason for being poor? You know why? Because they not the salt of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
We slaves in America, and we still got millionaires and billionaires. Now, they not in the truth, but somehow they slip through the cracks. You know why? Because we the salt of the earth. See, they not the salt. That's why they have to build, they have to go to their country to do what they got to do. See, we in slavery.
Right.
We in slavery in America, and we still got billionaires and millionaires that came out. It ain't that many, but we got some, and none of them would have did that. If Chinese people went into slavery like us, they wouldn't have no millionaires and no billionaires. They wouldn't have no good rappers that made no good money or no actors. What are Chinese actors that's so good? What are African actors that's so good? You feel me? Because that's the only reason why our people are millionaires and billionaires. It ain't because, you feel me, we did something like agriculturally or, you know, as far as business-wise or nothing. It's just off entertainment. All our millionaires have been off entertainment, so they really don't even count. None of them count. None of our millionaires and billionaires count. You feel me? Because they made it off the white man.
Right.
The white man pushing them because he want them to be a rapper and promote gang violence. They want this actor promoting horrorism and stuff like that. That's the only reason why they got money. But the thing about what I'm just saying is like we still like we the salt of the earth, basically what I'm saying. We the salt of the earth.
And if I could, and it's so heavy in this verse, it says the gates thereof language. Now think about what a gate does, right? A gate is there to protect. You know how rich people have those big gates in front of their mansion? Now this is saying we got to look into metaphors now. The gates thereof language. The gates was the protection of Judah, black people. Now who calls themselves the gate for black people or the protection for black people today? And you know this. Who's that?
The Christian church.
Christian church. I mean, you want to break that one down?
They
language means they fail.
The fake the people. This crazy what he brought out. My other one brought out because people look up to rappers and actors to be leaders.
Right.
People look up to them like, yeah, I'm following behind whatever they say. You got to be outside your mind, man. We ain't got no leaders, man. Right. The only leaders is in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander GEN.YAHANNA, man.
That's right.
And what he did was so heavy to break that down because I ain't going to even lie. I let it slip past because I was so into the, we black into the ground. But we don't have no leaders. The Gates is our leaders, man. We don't have, Louis Farrakhan is not your leader.
Bro.
That man he wants to be an Arab. He wants to be a gangster. He don't know what he want to be, man. You can't follow no man like that. He's too wishy-washy. Why would you want to follow somebody that don't know what they want to be? Come on, man. Like, the leaders are in the I.S.U.P.K. Whatever city or state the I.S.U.P.K., whatever city and state you in, if the I.S.U.P.K. is there, you need to go to that school. Right. That's your leader.
That's right.
Those are the real leaders. They love black people. Whether you're in Arkansas, Minnesota, Illinois, Louisville, Kentucky, we right here, 301 York Street. We waiting on y'all to come. We can't wait for y'all to come. I'm telling you, it's nothing but love in the I.S.U.P.K. And we the real leaders of black people because we love black people. We love Hispanics and Native Indians, man. And the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And the reason why we keep saying that is because he's not underground sticking you with a pitchfork. He's on earth shooting you with his police badge.
Right.
He don't want to hire you at the job you wanted, even though you're qualified. I'm telling you, man, come into this school, man, it'll save your life, man. Get on the Most High side.
Right.
Get on his side, man, because that's the real leader, the Most High in Christ.
Right.
We just doing the work for them on earth. But I'm telling you, man, get in here so Most High in Christ can be on your side. So you can have a leader.
Most High in Christ.
You can keep going.
And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Right. It went up to the Most High. It's gone up. He here. He see what's going on. He see what's going on in the ghetto. When y'all think God forgot about us, he ain't forget. He ain't forget about that covenant he made with us, man. That's why more people need to come into the school, I'm telling you, so you can follow these laws and commandments, because then you'll hear it even more and more quicker. And Christ will come quicker. The cry of Jerusalem has gone up, man. It went up to the sky. It's gone up to the heavens, because it's more than one heaven.
Right.
went up to the heavens. I'm telling you, man, he hearing us. He hearing the niggas dying in the streets.
Bruh.
He hearing the police shooting us down. He hearing the niggas in the jail cells, the police beating them, punching them, videos coming out, police punching inmates. The cry of Jerusalem is going up, which is black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Jerusalem is our homeland.
That's right.
That's our territory. But we in slavery in America and South America and all the rest of these countries that we in running to. I'm telling you, man, get into your local school near you, man. We the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Gen.YAHANNA.
That's right.
If I could, sir, you could drop that and give me Job 30 and 30.
God.
Right, because the Most High hear you, man. But this the crazy thing. He's not a white boy. He black like you. He black. He got the same features you got. He got a big nose. Got woolly hair. We just brought that out in the first scripture in the class. Got woolly hair. He got a body. So don't think he's just some floating object.
Right.
He got a body. I'm telling you.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat.
Right. This Job, this is the prophet Job. He said, my skin is black upon me. So this is the cut for all you fake people that want to act like these words don't mean what it means. Like, oh no, that didn't mean that. When they said that, it was saying this color meant this, or this. He just said my skin is black. This is a prophet of the Most High.
Right.
He's an Israelite. He say my skin is black. You know why he said that? Because we always say it today. I'm black and beautiful, man.
Right.
I'm black and I'm proud. What he said on the movie Friday Night Lights? It was based off a true story. Booby Miles. He was top running back. He said, man, I'm black and beautiful. God made me. God made me black and beautiful.
Right.
We always did that. This ain't nothing new. This thousands of years ago. Because nothing new under the sun, man. This a prophet, and you know he had swag.
Right.
For him to say, man, my skin is black upon me, that's swag right there. Just to say that, man, I'm black, man, my skin is black, man, you feel me? Like he was stunned about it, you feel me? Like he was proud of it. Because we always was proud of it. Until we got enslaved by these white people. That's and right. We see they white skin. So we think like, oh, our black skin must ain't good. We see they little dog hair. So we think like, oh, well, my curly hair must ain't good. My curly hair, it must ain't right then. But God got curly hair. He got the woolly hair.
That's right. So
if God got it, why it ain't right for you? Why it ain't right for you if God got it? I'm telling you, man, because we was enslaved since 1619. These people been pushing this stuff on us for 400 years, 400 plus years, man.
Right. And
you need to come into these schools so you could break them chains, because the chains ain't gone. Y'all think the chains gone because they took the literal chains off, but they still got a chain wrapped around your mind.
Oh, that's heavy.
They got a chain wrapped around your mind because you think Jesus Christ is a white boy. You think God is a white boy. You think the angels is a white boy. You think the prophets in this book is a white boy. When we showing you in the scriptures that's a fucking lie. Salakia. Right. I didn't mean to do that. Don't flag the stream. Do not flag the stream, man. I'm telling you, we going hard down here, Louisville, Kentucky. We going hard down here, man. I'm telling you, man. But I just wanted to keep it real with y'all. That's all I could do is keep it real. That's all I could do is keep it real, man. The prophets was black. The angels was black. God is black. Jesus Christ is black. It ain't nothing. God is black like you. Right. But you want to kill your brother. You have that Percocet, so you feel like whatever he did was so serious, you're going to ride around with that 30 and do what you got to do. Then you doing 85 years. They giving us football numbers. We don't get the same charges white people get. That's right. Why y'all keep thinking y'all going to do what y'all do and get away with it. We do not get the same charges white people get. That's why y'all gotta stop underestimating how much of a devil this person is, man. That's right. Dude just raped a girl, the swimmer, famous swimmer. I forgot his name, but you can look up the story. They say, man, we don't want to mess up his career. So he raped the girl. We know it was wrong, but we don't mess up his career. So we're gonna give him something. I forgot what it was. so where it can get dismissed after like a year or like some months. Black dudes, the Central Park 5 ain't even raped the girl. They ain't even do it. One of them did 17 years. We don't get the same charges that these people get, man. Stop thinking you can commit crimes and just be like, man, I'm good. Because the law say this. The law say, if I get caught with a gun, I just got to do this or that. And then when you get into court and you got to do 5 years, you're like, dang, what happened? What did I do? I'm telling you, man, right. We don't get the same charges they get.
And if I could, the scriptures even validate that. The scriptures say that they hold themselves not guilty. I think that's in, what is that?
Right.
It's in Zechariah 11:5 or something. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Right. That's what the scriptures say. Who was the oppressors of black people when we came off those cargo slave ships? That's what we got to look at. Now, here's the thing, the big misconception of the Bible. Yes, it is true that God created all peoples, but there is many places in the Bible that the Most High has favorites. Right. He has a favorite animal, a favorite plant, and he has a favorite people, which is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand me? And it's just so heavy what you bringing out because we sinned against the Most High. We are in this condition. Our plight in life is often dismal because we grow up in harsh environments and we think, well, the Most High God has left us. Why does my family has such dysfunction? You understand? Right. Why are we poor? Why is it that when I watch those sitcoms on TV, the white people live so good and you want to have that life? I remember back in the day when I used to watch the sitcoms, I used to watch all the white people and they had all the food and sat around the table and had good conversation and, you know, their problems was, well, I don't know, I should ask Jenny to the dance. You know, that was their problem.
That was their problem.
Meanwhile, we trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? We worry about what we going to eat. We worried about ducking bullets, shooting in the ghetto. You understand me? And that's how you know that these same people that oppressed us, they could do something about it. They could have gave us land and said, you know what, we're going to give you land and we're going to take resources and help you create a military to protect your land. And that way we're going to, you know, you're going to have a sense of esteem because you have power. You're in power. Reparations, giving somebody some financial resources without land is not reparations. And not only without that land, but without the freedom to govern that land. Right. Aside from what the white man thinks. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just real heavy what you bringing out. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because it says his skin. Job is saying his skin, not his garment, not his jacket, his skin. So why is the Christian church saying, no, color's not in the Bible? We don't know what Christ looks like. You know what I mean?
It's there.
You know what I mean?
It's right there, plain in sight. That's why that scripture hit me heavy because everybody always say, oh, well, it didn't mean that. It wasn't talking about that. This man, Job, is a real one. Right. He say, my skin black.
That's right.
That's some James Brown stuff right there.
Right.
Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
You feel me? But if you could drop that and go to Acts 13:1. God. But yeah, though, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all be running from this, like, running from y'all culture. Y'all running from y'all heritage. Women, we understand y'all mad, but y'all got to understand that, man, multiple wives is in our culture. Right. All the stuff that y'all see that these nations do to make their nation prosperous is stuff that they took from our culture. They like, yeah, we could use that. I could use that. The Arabs say, damn, they got multiple wives. That's why they got all them babies. We can use that. I'm telling you, man. All the stuff they took, all the stuff that make their nations good, they took from us. Right. Matter of fact, everything that make their nation good. But the stuff they took that make the evil is the stuff that was in them.
No sweat.
It was the lust from them inside of them.
I got that. This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers. Right. Like we is right now today. Certain prophets and teachers. Me and him. Officer Makabar. That's right. Officer Amwan Gabar. Right. Prophets and teachers. We prophets,
We prophesy on the streets on Saturdays
Right.
in Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and then what we do on Tuesdays, 301 York Street, Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
We teach you the scriptures, how to break down the scriptures, what they really mean, who you really are.
As Barnabas and Simeon,
2 prophets and teachers.
that was called nigger.
Right. The word is spelled Niger because that is come from the Spanish word, which is Negro, which turned into the Latin word niger. So, but you got to put a Southern slang on it. The Southern slang had, the hillbillies down south.
Right.
Niger. Think about how they talk. Think about how the Southern people talk down south. Niger. That's how it's gonna turn to. It turned from Niger into nigger.
Right. And if I could, which means black. This is in the Bible.
Right.
Acts 13:1. They called the prophets and the teachers Niger, which means black. That's real heavy. That's what we got to understand. Because if we don't understand that, you know what I'm saying, we'll think that Paul was a white man.
Right.
I know you about to bring it out, but we about to get heavy into it.
Go ahead,
right.
sir.
You know,
Go ahead,
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I got you. Let me finish reading for you.
Go ahead.
And Lucius of Cyrene and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul.
All right. You could drop that and give me Songs of Solomon 1 and 5.
If I could, just real quick. Saul, his name was changed to Paul. So this is saying that all these people were called Niger or nigger or black. So Paul was a black man. Paul was a black man from the tribe of Benjamin, just like Commanding GEN.YAHANNA is from the tribe of Benjamin.
Right.
You understand me? So this is the scriptures validating it. It's not what we say. We come out the scriptures. They say that the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding GEN.YAHANNA, we just making stuff up. We're just talking rhetoric, but we come out of the scriptures. Now the Christian pastor, if I could just for one moment, not to take over the class, but it's just like we come out of the King James Version of the Bible. Why do you think that they have a NIV or a New Living Testament, a New International Version?
Right.
Because what they did was they went in and changed the words.
Changed words.
Because now instead of saying Niger, it says something else. Now instead of it saying my skin was black, it says that my something else was black. Now instead of saying that his skin was like burned brass, it says that it was like gold or something.
Right.
That's why we got to go back to the King James Version of the Bible. So
Right. Right, Salakia though, but that's why I was saying this the only book we go by, the King James. We don't mess with no other Bible because the King James 1611 version of the Bible is the closest to the Hebrew text. Because what he did, he went and got Hebrew scholars because he wanted to know, like, man, that's supposed to be the word of God.
Right.
It's supposed to be the real scriptures, the way we supposed to do, how we're supposed to be in life, everything. So I want to know what it's saying because I can't read it. So he went and got Hebrew scholars and he translated it from Hebrew text. And we read and write Hebrew too. That's why you need to come to our class. We'll show you.
Right.
He translated from Hebrew to modern day English.
Right.
So he can know and the world can know who the people were in the Bible, what the Bible was saying, the laws you're supposed to keep. Because nobody would have knew unless he translated it. Because they was keeping they was making up their own laws. They was making up their own wisdom and knowledge instead of following what God said. But when he did this, that made him special. That made him special at his time of living. Because he did something that the Most High wanted him to do. The Most High set it up for him to do that.
Right. And this is, if I could, it's so much history in that. Because that also tells you that there was black people ruling, in case you didn't know,
right,
that King James was a black man.
Right.
Now, there have been many different ideologies out there that says that King James was a homosexual, he was a white man. No, King James was the king of Scotland, if I'm not mistaken.
And it was 2 countries he ruled.
Right. in the Dark Ages, during the Dark Ages.
Scotland and Ireland, I think.
Right, and in his coat of arms. You can go into his coat of arms and all that stuff like that. And he was a black man. He had like 9 children, so how can you be a homosexual if you got all these damn kids?
Right.
You understand me? Now they did have Edomites, or so-called white people today, in his court. Now, from what I understand, and I can't give you the resource right now, but I will look it up. He had a so-called Edomite in his court that pretty much demonized his name. And that's where you come up with this rumor that King James was a homosexual. That's what the Muslims like to use to demonize it. Now, we had no idea of this history in slavery, that we came from kings and royalty, that we was important and empowered.
Right.
You understand me? And as a slave, you think, well, you come from those people in those mud huts in Africa. No, we don't. That's a lie of the white man. It's a vicious lie of the white man.
Right.
Why do you think they want to push Obama on us and all these different Hamites on us? And in case you didn't know, also, Obama was not an Israelite. His father was Nigerian.
Right.
So you go by the seed of your father. You go by the seed of your father, and Obama's father was a Nigerian. His mother was a white woman, a so-called Edomite.
Right.
So, therefore, if you have this person that's posing as a black person, he talks a little slang and hip like that, he can manipulate the masses and take all those black people, those black women and men, and then get you to be a homosexual. Because he's the president that made homosexuality and gay sex marriage legal. A custom of them damn Hamites over in Africa.
Pyramids on Egypt.
It's a lot, you know what I mean?
A bunch of homosexual stuff.
Most High Christ.
It's a bunch of homosexual stuff on them pyramids of Egypt. All you Egyptologists, now forget that, the real Africans. I'm talking about black people in America, Hispanic people in America. All you Egyptologists that y'all think that's the right religion, man, they is homos.
Right.
They are gay. They are fags, man. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to be no Egyptologist, man, because when you get on them pyramids, when you start getting hip into it and the hieroglyphics, you will see, man, they was gay. They was gay, man. Why you think the children of Israel was so prophesied? I mean, they was getting so big in Egypt. Why you think that happened? Why you think the Pharaoh said, man, you know, if the children of Israel, I'm paraphrasing the scriptures, but he basically was saying that I'm getting so, that the children of Israel is getting kind of big. Man, if they side with our enemy gonna win. Because that's how many of them it is. They getting so big because guess what? We believed in multiple wives even back then. So it was so many babies popping up in Egypt that they like, man, we got to do something to these. And that's what Pharaoh came up against us after Joseph died. Because when Joseph was alive, the Egyptians was cool with us. But when he died, then they like, man, look, man, they getting too big, man. We got to do something about this. Because they was homosexuals, so they couldn't produce like we did. Y'all gay. How could y'all produce like we is?
Right.
We got 5 wives in our crib. Y'all like men. How can y'all produce like us? So Pharaoh came up against us. But that's a whole nother scripture. I mean, topic in itself.
What you want?
Songs of Solomon 1 and 5.
Okay.
Right. But yeah, Solomon was a real nigga. What we'll say today. He was a real nigga. Let's hear about this real nigga. What he looked like.
Right. And it's real heavy what you're saying because, of course, Solomon was the son of King David, which came through the lineage of Christ came through.
Right.
So that got to tell you what Christ was. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
It's just like that. When you want that Song of Solomon.
We knocking you fake pastors at the park, man. Get out them churches, man. I understand, man, they got a big, nice church. It's so big, it's so glorious. I want to go there. I want to pay my tithes there. Look, they got all the seats. It's like a stadium. You know why it's like a stadium? Because it ain't nothing but a concert. Right. They end up fake. They end up dancing, and you read no real scripture. They'll read one scripture, and the rest of the day they dancing and singing.
That's right.
Bunch of homosexuals end up playing the drums. Get out of there. Come in here. Pay your tithes to the real prophets. Don't pay your tithes to them pastors, man, so they could go buy Rolls Royce and say, forget the black community.
Right.
Come here, because we're going to help the black community. I'm telling you.
This is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely.
Whoa, whoa. What? Hey, sir. Stop. Hey, you ain't, what are you doing? That's the King James version of the Bible?
Right.
Look, man. Y'all better get into your local school. These pastors is sending y'all on a mission to Mars. The Bible just said, I am black but comely. You know what that means? Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
I'm black and beautiful.
That's right.
That's what he just said, man. This is one of the wisest kings of all time. He say, I'm black and beautiful. Black. Why would he say that? If he's a white boy, why he just saying, why I'm white and beautiful? I'm red. I'm purple, pink, whatever color they turn. Because he's a black man.
Right.
He's a black man. He say, I'm black and beautiful. That's slang. This how you know we the salt of the earth, because even back then we had slang. Look what he just said. Ain't no white person would even say nothing like that.
Right.
Ain't no Asian would say nothing like that. No East Indian, no African wouldn't even say nothing like that. I'm black and beautiful. Why would he even say that? I'm telling you, man, we is the salt of the earth. That's why.
Right.
That's something 1,000 years ago that James Brown put in a song. James Brown put that in a song, what that was, like 20, 30 years ago?
Right.
Right.
It was a while back.
That was a while back. He said that 20, 30 years ago, but King Solomon said that thousands of years ago. He been said it. James Brown late. James Brown late. Right. King Solomon been said that, man. I'm black and beautiful. I'm black and I'm proud.
And if I could, it's real heavy, because what this does today is that it instills self-worth in black people.
Right.
Because we have had a horrible plight in life. We have not had the opportunity to aspire to become great. As you know, the dreams that we've had in us, we wonder, why? I know I got something in me to become great.
Right.
Every time we try to get to that point, we get knocked down. We try to have a business. We can't get the business licenses, or we try to go to school. We don't get the grant, or we don't get the loan. Right. We try to get the job. We go there with our best, voice and suit and tie and all this stuff like that, and we don't get hired. But what this is saying is that I am black, but comely. I'm black and I'm beautiful. I'm proud.
Right.
It's giving us a sense of self-worth. And once we look at each other with a sense of self-worth, the murders and the killings here in Louisville and all across the country will stop.
Right.
I just want to bring that out. It's a lot, you know what I mean? It's a lot.
It's heavy, man. Drop that and give me Revelations 1 and 1.
God.
But yeah, man, that's one of the wisest kings, Solomon, man. Solomon was one of the, hey, what we say today in modern day, that was that nigga.
Right.
That was that nigga. Hey, man, that was one of them niggas, man. Hey, man, they go King Solomon, man. That's one of them niggas. Guess what he said? So I'm black and beautiful. He said I'm white and beautiful. I'm yellow and beautiful. I'm East Indian and beautiful. I'm African and beautiful. So I'm black and beautiful. Only one people called black, and that's blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Look what I just said. It's only one group of people called blacks. Blacks, which is the tribe of Judah, which way he come from. He said, I'm black and beautiful. Africans don't call themselves black. Egyptians, South Africans, they call themselves what? I'm South African. I'm Egyptian. I'm Somalian. I'm Nigerian. They don't never say they black. This man say I'm black and beautiful. Come on, man, stop it.
Right. And also, I want to remind, if I could, if you are watching the stream and you are being edified, make sure you support us. You know what I'm saying? Support us financially. You pay your tithes. Pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K, the true priests and prophets of the Most High. Not the Christian pastor, because he will tell you that all the laws are done away with except the law of tithing. Right? He'll tell you can eat pork, shrimp, crab and lobster, basically he's trying to buy you off.
Right.
He tell you not to eat the bad foods. We are here to give you the proper understanding of the laws. We also need to be supported too. Just like you support that Christian pastor,
Right.
Make sure you support the true priests and prophets in ISUPK Louisville. Just want to bring that out.
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ. I got that.
Support the real prophets, man. Y'all spending all y'all money with the fake prophets, sending y'all on a mission.
God. This is the book of Revelations. It's like Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Right. Revelation means to reveal. So they about to reveal something. Revelation of Jesus Christ. They finna reveal how Jesus Christ look. But yeah, you could drop that and go to 13.
God. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
Right. 7 candlesticks. That's the churches that Paul set up.
That. And then that menorah right there, right in front of us.
Right. Oh yeah, it's right here.
It's symbolic.
It's right here.
Right.
That's why we got this right here in the front. But those are 7 churches that Paul set up in Asia. But you keep going.
One like unto the Son of Man.
Son of Man, a person, not a ghost. Y'all keep thinking Jesus Christ is a ghost. God a ghost. Y'all keep thinking they not human beings. Go ahead, sir. I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of this.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Down to the foot. A garment. Y'all keep looking at us at camp. What do y'all got on? You laughing at us. Would you be laughing at Jesus Christ? You see him? No.
Right.
Garment down to the foot. That's what we have on.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right. This gold stuff. Y'all keep wondering why we black people and Hispanics love gold. Native Indians, we love gold so much. They found so much gold in Puerto Rico, they called it Puerto Rico, which meant rich port.
Right.
That's how much gold they found. You keep going.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, his head and his hairs, which means his mustache, face, beard, all that was white like wool, which is black people texture.
As white as snow.
White as snow.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He mad. Drinking wine too. But he mad. I'm telling you, he's mad.
God. Salaki. If I could, I think I gotta get this out. Salaki. Before I said Genesis 49 and 2, it's actually 49 and 12. If I can just bring this out to validate that. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine,
Right.
and his teeth white as milk. This is talking about Yahweh Shai. This is a prophecy. Salaki. I just had to bring that out. If I could, let me get you back there.
Right, Most High in Christ.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
There's that brass again. That's that brass. You know why they say brass? They keep saying brass because brass is like the smoothest of the brown colors. Like you could say brown, beige. It's all type of different brown colors, but brass is like the smoothest of the brown colors. You keep going.
As if burned in a furnace.
Burned in the furnace. See what I'm saying? That means it was black.
Right.
Ain't nobody got to tell nobody that. I could go ask my son. He's 6 years old. Like, what happened if something get burnt? Oh, it's going to be black, Daddy. It's going to be black. Nobody got to tell you that.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
That sound again. That's why we be at camp. Y'all too harsh. Why y'all so harsh? Why y'all so aggressive? Why y'all this and that? It's how Christ was. When he talked, his voice sounded like the voice of many waters. The other scripture we brought out in Daniel's, the voice of a multitude. That's why we talk like that. That's why our voice carries like that. Because it was meant to do that, because that's how Christ sounded. We trying to be perfect like Christ.
Right.
We trying to be perfect like him. We trying to do everything he did. Everything he did, we trying to do it down to the T, which means exactly. Even how our voices sound. I'm telling you, man, come to your nearest school, and we'll show you. God is black like you.
That's right.
Jesus black like you. Y'all thought the angels was white. Y'all thought it was a little bitty white baby. Y'all thought that little bitty white baby on Valentine's Day was the real angels that y'all gonna see.
Right.
But nah, it was the ones y'all be watching in them scary movies.
That's right.
Alien versus Predator. All that little stuff y'all been seeing, you don't even know. That's what they got it from. How the angels really look. 4 faces, 4 wings, calf foot. But they skin like burnished brass. Right. I'm telling you, man. We'll put y'all on game because y'all been asleep. Y'all been asleep a lot. But if I could, you could drop that and give me Acts 21, 37 through 39.
Okay.
Tell you, man, all the prophets in this book is black. They all black. They all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Ain't no prophet in this Bible, no white boy. You know why? You know how you know the prophets ain't no white boy? Because the book, the scriptures is in metaphors. None of this stuff is literal. None of this stuff is like no cookie cutter, like whatever you see, yeah, that's exactly what it means. Oh, Adam was the first man. But Cain and Abel got wives. How did they do that? How did Cain get a wife?
Right.
How did Cain get a wife if Adam and Eve was the first man? Because y'all not listening to it as a black person perspective. Y'all looking at it literal. Like, oh yeah, Adam and Eve was the first. No, it was the first person with the knowledge, man, of what to eat, what not to eat, what to do and what not to do.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 21, and verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
Right. See, they looking at Paul like, man, what the hell? How the hell you can even speak Greek anyway? What are you doing? How can you even speak Greek, man? Go ahead.
Art not thou that Egyptian?
Right. Art not thou that Egyptian? They thought Paul was one of the 12 disciples. They said, how can you speak Greek? You are an Egyptian. You so black, I'm just assuming you an Egyptian.
Right.
You know how many times as kids growing up we used to always say, man, you African black.
Right.
We used to tell our homies that. We knowing he a nigga just like me. We all going through the curses, but man, he's so black. We like, man, you African black. You look like an African. We always said that was one of the main jokes in the hood. If somebody was just too dark. And they even did it 1,000 years ago.
Right.
They say, man, are you an Egyptian? You got it. You even speaking Greek. Y'all don't know how to speak Greek. Go ahead.
Which before these days made us in uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. But Paul said, I am a man which I am a Jew of Tarsus.
Right. See what he say? Man, forget what y'all talking about. Look, I don't care how I look, whatever. I'm a Jew. I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
I'm from the...
Salaki, if I could. He's actually from Benjamin, but he's from the southern kingdom, the southern kingdom of Judah. So he is a Jew, but he's from the southern kingdom, if I could. Salaki.
Right. Tribe of Benjamin.
Right.
Right. Which is the West Indians today. The Jamaicans, you feel me? The Caribbean islands and all that. Those are the tribe of Benjamin. And that's what Paul basically was saying. He said, man, I ain't no Greek. I ain't no Egyptian. I know how to speak it, though. I'm a Jew.
Right.
That's what Paul said. I am a Jew. Forget all that skin color, all that stuff. And that's basically what he was saying. Just like today, when we say, oh, Africans, y'all all dark skinned, so y'all the same people. No, we not. And that's what Paul just told them. Paul just told them, no, I am not an Egyptian. Even though and I'm not a Greek either. I'm a Jew. He broke it down to him. He let him know. Man, I'm a Jew. Forget my skin color and all that. The same thing we say. Forget the skin color. We always say that. We don't go by color. You Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, children of Israel, you chosen. You got nothing to do with no skin color.
Right.
The northern tribes are lighter tribes. Gad, the Hispanic tribes, all that. Mexicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, they lighter tribes, but they still the chosen.
That's right.
But yeah, you could drop that and give me Exodus 4 and 6 through 7. So yeah, that's Paul just basically said something that we always say when they always ask us, like, man, Africans, y'all all black, so y'all gotta be the same. Egyptologists, all of them always running up to y'all black. We all black people. We all this and that, and the white man that we gotta go against. No, we gotta go against all y'all.
Right.
We only with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you're not black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, we ain't want no parts with you, because all y'all did was help destroy us. Right. Africans sold us to the white man. Right. Jewish man paid for the slave ships to get built, and guess who built them? The Arabs. The Arabs built the ships. The Jewish man, the white Jewish man, paid for the Arabs to build the ships, and the Africans went and got us out their land and sold us, and they put us on them ships.
That's right. And if I could, the Most High is against the nations other than so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
It's not just us, the Most High God. Because, see, a lot of people think that we're just preaching hate. We preach what's in the Bible. The Most High says that he separated the nations. That's in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided the nations, I'm paraphrasing here, but when you divide people, what's the idea of uniting people? If the Most High God divided people.
Right.
So why do we have the United States and the United Nations? The Most High never intended that.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going against the Bible. I got you right here.
Right.
The book of Exodus, chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom.
Right. Now this is the Lord, Most High God. We in Egypt. We slaves in Egypt. He talking to one of the most famous prophets, not the one, but one of the most famous prophets in the Bible, which is Moses.
Right.
He told him put his hand in his shirt. Put his hand in his shirt.
And put thine hand into thy bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Leprous. Now everybody know what leprous is. See, this is why King James translated it from Hebrew to English, so we could know what's going on, because nobody would have never knew. Leprous is a condition where, like, your body will turn white.
Right.
It'll turn white or pale skinned, because it's like a disease. It's a skin disease, and this is what the Most High did to Moses, because the Most High Moses didn't believe the Most High was, like, for real about what he was saying. So he just wanted some proof, and the Most High gave him proof.
Right. Verse 7. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again.
And so he put it back into his shirt again.
And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out his bosom. And behold, it was turned again to his other flesh.
Right. So if he turned it white or pale skinned, what else could he turn it back to make it natural? If you look at everybody on earth, they either what? They either what, pale skinned, or they what? They look like this, or either like a darker version of this.
That's right.
So if he turned it from pale skinned, it's only one other thing. This.
Right.
Even if it's a darker skinned version of this. You feel me? And that's just let you know this is a black and white world.
That's right.
This is a black and white world. All these other nations is just pawns in God's game.
That's right.
It's a black and white world, which is black, Hispanic, Native Indians versus white people.
Right.
It's a black and white world. Don't ever think that these other nations matter. They don't mean nothing. We the only ones that matter, because we were supposed to be the chosen, and they supposed to be the devil.
That's right.
And they doing their part by being the devil. Now we got to do our part by being the chosen, by keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments under Commander GEN.YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. get in your local school near you, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, this is Moses talking. Moses put his hand in his bosom, came out white. God told him to put it back in, and it came out his regular flesh, which is black, or a dark version of brown.
Right.
To let you know that the prophet Moses, who everybody, all the 10 Commandments, Moses made the 10 Commandments. Moses led us out of Egypt. Moses, he parted the Red Sea. Moses did this, Moses did that. But guess what? He was a black man from the tribe of Levi, which is the Haitians, which is our brothers. I'm telling you, don't ever get it twisted, man.
Right. And if I could, I think what you just brought out was real heavy, if I could, because we've been talking about black people in the Bible, but we got to we got to be able to differentiate between black people and so-called white people, because otherwise some people will say, well, we're all people, we're all together. If I could, just let me bring this out, you know what I'm saying, just right quick. The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Okay, this is Abraham, Isaac the middle son, and Jacob. Isaac's the middle son. His wife Rebekah, she became pregnant. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Wait a minute. Think about that. 2 nations are in thy womb? I thought when you got 2 children in your womb, they're the same nation.
Right.
This is the Bible. It's saying 2 nations. Now in the Bible, nation means race of people. 2 nations, the Most High already knows there's going to be a difference. And 2 manner of people. 2 different manner of people. It's not the same people. He's saying 2 manner of people. Black people and white people. If I could, just for a minute. It's so heavy because we got to get this. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other. I'll let you break that down.
One people will be stronger than the other. Who getting their ass beat Salakia in the boxing ring? Them white boys by them black boys.
Right.
Who is getting tossed around on the football field? By them black boys, them white boys. Who can't even make the NBA roster no more?
Right.
White boys. You know why? Because them black boys tearing them up. We even taking over hockey. You see what Jackie Robinson did with baseball, even though he was Uncle Tom, because we had our own league. We had baseball on lock. All we had to do was just stay in the black league.
And the elder shall serve the younger, and if I could. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right.
The elder, remember that? The elder shall serve the younger.
Right.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Esau.
He's the elder. He's going to serve the younger. So this right here in Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25 is the first historical account of the so-called white man. Because his skin was red and hairy, just like so-called white people are today.
Right.
They call themselves French, or they call themselves Italian, and all these different names.
Right.
Jewish. They are really the nation of Esau in the Bible. Because we gotta make a separation here.
Right.
You know, it's good to know that we black, but we also gotta know that we different.
Right.
And that we not all together. You know what I'm saying? It's just real heavy when you bring it out. So,
but notice what the brother brought out. They didn't never describe Jacob. Because everybody at the time had dark skin.
Right.
This, like he said, this is the first account of the first white man being born into the earth. And when he got born, he redived it. Because he was born to be the devil.
Right.
He was never born to rule like he doing. He was born to be the devil. But if I could, let me last scripture, Genesis 1 and 27.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in his own image.
Right. If you followed the class from the beginning to now, you would know God was black. Yahweh Shai, who y'all call Jesus Christ, was black. The angels was black. The prophets was black. And guess what God just said in the beginning of the book? He created man in his own image. That just lets you know right there that he was a black man.
Right. In the image of God created he, him, male and female, Salakia, created he, them.
Right. So basically what I'm saying is this. God ain't a woman.
Right.
God is a man. For everybody to keep saying, oh, the woman is God. He just say he created man in his image. He created in them image. God created him, he, man. That's what he said. In the image of God created he him. He created man in his image. Because that's who came first. Man came first. He created man first, and he created him in his image, which is a black man. That's why we got woolly hair.
Right.
That's why we got dark skin textures. That's why we got flavor. That's why we talk in metaphors. That's why we talk in slang. That's why we do the best thing on earth. We the fastest runners. We the best actors. Even when they gave us corporate America, we had Black Wall Street, and we showed them how to create a trading system that they could have never thought of if it weren't for us. We created the lottery. We the salt of the earth. God created man in his image. The black woman is not God.
Right.
I'm telling you. In conclusion of the class, we brought out in Daniel 7 and 9, God is black. He has a body to show you that God made man in his image. Daniel 10, 5 through 6, that basically Christ is a black man. Right. Daniel brought that out, that he's a black man. Ezekiel 4 through 7, 1, 4 through 7. The angels is black. And they scary. They not these little, Cupid shooting arrows on Valentine's Day. Jeremiah 14 and 2, prophet Jeremiah. He brought out that the Jews are black. And we don't have no leaders. Job 30 and 30. Job say, my skin is black upon me. To let you know specifically that he's a black man. Acts 13 and 1. The prophets was called Niger, which is nigger, with the southern hillbilly slang to it. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. King Solomon say, I'm black and proud. I'm black and beautiful. Revelations 1 and 1 was the revelation of Jesus Christ. And we dropped down to Revelations 13 through 15. And basically was talking about how Christ is a black man. Acts 21, 37 through 39. Paul was basically saying he's black. Because the soldiers thought he was an Egyptian, because that's how black he was. And he told them, like, I'm a Jew. He had to tell them, like, I'm a Jew. Exodus 4, 6 through 7. Moses didn't think the children of Israel would believe him, so he had to ask God for proof that he was really God. And he showed him by putting his hand in his shirt and bringing it out and turned it white. Put it back in, turned it back black.
Right.
You feel me? Because he's the tribe of Levi. Genesis 1 and 27. It's a cut to the people saying God ain't black. Because he said he made man in his image. And all the scriptures we just brought out before this said what? The prophets was black. Jesus was black. God is black. Angels is black. Come on, man. That's a cut to anybody to say God ain't black. Color don't matter.
Right.
God ain't a woman either, because it say he got a body and he made man in his image. Not woman. It say he made man in his image. That's a conclusion of the class. God is black like you. I'll read the announcements for today. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, we are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After 6 months, period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 to 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like upcoming holy convocations is the Midwest Barbecue in Chicago, July 25th through the 28th, I believe.
That's right.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. So I want to give a courtesy salute to the brothers watching the stream. Majum Shabbat, Amijum, Barak, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barak Atham. Courtesy salute to the sisters watching the stream. Majum Shabbat, Amijum, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Ayathah by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Yazmatah, class dismissed.